What is up, my friends? How's it going, everyone? Hi, hello, hi, everyone. Hi, I'm EnviroBoy. We're playing more Hogwarts Legacy. This is my second attempt to start recording this episode because I've been having issues with OBS dropping frames, and I realized part of the issue might just be that I haven't restarted my computer in like months. It is probably just backed up with all kinds of background crap that I don't even notice happening. So we restarted the computer, and I'm really hoping that see, we're still dropping frames right now. I'm really hoping that's just it struggling as we're getting started up here. I'm hoping it'll balance out and we won't continue to have all kinds of frames dropped and everything. But we're about to find out, I suppose. We're gonna go for it. It looks like it's leveling out. We've got low. Yeah, see, look at that. It's dropping. It drops frames every once in a while. I'm hoping that will continue to level out. Yeah, like we're dropping a few. We're just getting a lot of milliseconds. It's taking a lot longer to like get stuff rendered for us here, but it seems to be smoothing out. I don't know. I don't know what's potentially changing here to cause all of this. But it seems like it's keeping up okay right now, so we'll just trust that that's doing okay, and if I just notice it having more issues as we go, then we'll deal with that. I might have to change some graphic settings or something. There's our beautiful face. There's our beautiful face. Just look at that. Okay, what the heck were we doing here? The kitty's with me. We're sitting here. We're having fun. We're gonna have a good old, fun old, happy old day. playing this game. Oh, I want to go. Yeah, let's go to that sucker there, and then we'll keep having fun here. You may or may not have noticed. Oh, so we gotta go this way. That I've updated the thumbnail. It's honestly, it's nice to refresh and change, but I'll address it because I think it's a valuable conversation to have, and I'm open to conversations and other thoughts and opinions on various issues and matters and everything. But it was brought to my attention that not everyone appreciates the fact that I just, as a goof and a gaff, use AI art to make my background images. I view it as a largely innocent and goofy fun thing that I just do because it's funny, and AI art creates all kinds of wacky, ridiculous slop that's funny to see what it does. But it's growing into a more hot button issue right now, and I get it. I understand the arguments that people bring up. I understand why people aren't big fans of it, why they don't always appreciate it. There are legitimate concerns that go behind that go into AI art, namely with people being concerned that it will like delegitimize real art. It will muddy up the yeah, use your Mala suite, do it. It'll muddy up the waters of, the differences between good, well-made, intentionally crafted art that is, soulful and good and enjoyable, right? Like it just the idea is that there is a fundamental difference between the quality of art created by AI versus created by an actual artist. So I understand the concerns. I think it's more nuanced than perhaps some people will treat it. There's this tendency to sort of offer, and this is how every issue kind of tends to go. Wow, see, now I'm just getting some lag here on my end playing the game. I don't know if maybe there's a driver update that I'll need to do at some point in time, but I guess I'll worry about that later. Oops, nope, that's not the one I wanted. Come here. Come here. So, but at any rate, like I think it's a more nuanced thing. I maintain that there's not an issue with just a goober like me who's not making money off of things and doesn't have the financial means to pay artists regularly for stuff. This is all free content, guys. Like I'm not monetizing anything. I am not earning any sort of money off of these videos. I don't intend to start trying to earn money off of these videos. it's just not what I'm interested in doing. I like having them be free and just fun little goofs of fun little bits of entertainment that people can have access to regardless. I don't want to put a barrier on, you know, the stuff I create. I don't want to monetize it. But because of that, it makes it tough for me to have the means to, you know, necessarily pay for the most high quality stuff. I can't pay an artist to create a background for me, a thumbnail for me. So, you know, unless I'm going to change that, it's a situation where it doesn't take away business from an artist, because the alternative is going to be what I'm doing now, which is that I went ahead and just found the stock, you know, the Creative Commons able image like promotional image of the game itself, and started using that. So it's not, this isn't a one-to-one issue here where it's like, oh, you either are using AI or you're giving an artist a job. It's not exactly a one-to-one, which adds that sort of nuance to it. But the flip side of it is I do understand that using AI art promotes the concept of AI art, and if that's something that we're against right now, then I have no stake in this one. Like, I'm not largely concerned with it one way or another. I get why other people are there, but I don't have a stake in this fight. Like, this isn't my fight. This isn't my crusade. So I don't. Oh no, I don't want to do that. Oh, why are we? Oh, let's not do that one. Hold on. We have. Okay, I guess I just don't have it. Let's put that one in there. I feel like that tends to be a bit more useful there. So yeah, it's you know, I don't have a stake in it, and for me, that means like, okay, I'll defer to what the rest of the community is saying. If the rest of the community is saying AI art bad, then okay, that's fine. I don't have much of a stake in it. The only reason I'm even saying anything at all is because I think, as I say, I do think there is more nuance to it than simply AI art, good or bad. Debate. I think it's a complex issue that has a lot of complex takes on it, and a lot of difficult factors that make it not just a matter of is it good or bad. I think there so we need to, like, I know I need to capture a lot more animals, but I don't know that I feel like doing that right now. It's a complex issue, because like I say, it's not just a matter of like, you know, is AI art good or bad? Because, you know, a few issues to kind of bring to light to make us think about that. If I were to pay for Photoshop, and I were to learn to use Photoshop, i.e. learn to make my own art, as some people would suggest. First off, just to address that thing, I think it's a little naive to assume that everyone always has time to learn every skill. That'd be like me saying, well, why do you need me to regulate the environment professionally? Just learn to regulate air quality, right? Like, there are complex issues that go into this. Everyone has time, a certain amount of allotted time, and we have to decide how we want to use those. I don't want to fight this guy for an hour. Kitty, you're taking the microphone with you, Kitty. Kitty, I can't see the dog bug killing me, Kitty. No. She's being such a punk right now. No, she's not being a punk. I'm being mean by saying that. I've noticed. So we've got our two kitties. We have our little girl and our little boy. Our two kitties, and little boy he's actually not all that little. He's an old man, and because of that, he is slow about eating, which is a bad combination with the fact that he has a specific diet to make sure his kidneys stay as good as they can for as long as they can. And so because of that, we have to make sure that he eats his food and she doesn't eat his food, because she's a very food motivated individual who will absolutely push him out of the way and get his food if she can. And so because of that, we sit and we spend time with him like 20 minutes every day, or multiple times every day, to make sure he eats all of his food. And I think the result is that she is feeling a little jealous and left out. So I'm trying to be patient and understanding when she gets all up in my grill, wanting attention and all that kind of stuff. So it's fine. It's fine. She's a sweetheart and I love her dearly. But so back to the concept, the conversation about AI. It's a complex issue, right? Like, it's a complex issue, and you can't just necessarily blanket say no AI, because in the first place, like I say, not all of us have time to learn how to do art. It's not that I don't think I'm capable. I know that's the common excuse a lot of people have. I think I'm capable. I think it would take a lot of time for me to right now create even one thumbnail, and then and beyond that to make good ones. It'll take a lot of years of practice. Now, if I had the time, I think it is a perfectly reasonable thing for anyone to learn to do if it's important to you. I think more people should be willing to do that if it's an important thing to you. You gotta, I talk all the time about how you have to start off and be bad at a skill and be comfortable with that before you get good at a skill. That's how it is. But for me, the lack of learning how to make digital art is not a matter of, oh, I don't feel I'm good enough or I don't like being bad at it. It's I don't have time. I do not have time. Most days I get started, and to make time to work on this, to be working on one of the artistic skills that I am investing time in, which is being an aspiring writer, to find time for that around my day job, to make sure I get all of my fitness goals met. I most days don't end up at home with my partner to have dinner until like 9:00 p.m., where we have about an hour and a half to quickly make dinner together, spend a little time together, and then go to bed. So I don't have time in my days to also learn how to do art. So it's not as much as I would love to be able to, advance more of my skills and learn more about that kind of stuff. I have to pick and choose, right? And so that's just where one of my lines is. That's where one of my cutoffs is for it. And that's where, for me, using AI kind of came in. Because the other thing I don't have is a wealth of money that I can use to, to spend on what a proper artist making proper. Oh, it's gonna do the lighting thing. Oh, watch this cause all kinds of frame drops too. I hate that it does this. I don't know why it does this. I don't even know. Here the thing, but I cannot see it at all. Okay, there it is, there it is. Okay, so we got to go through here. And then maybe go back through here or something. I'm trying to just like figure out. There we go, got it. Okay. Trying to do it while the light's just ruining everything for me. But yeah, so for me, like, I don't have the funds, and it's not because I don't think artists deserve it. In fact, it's kind of the opposite. I think it's because artists deserve to be paid well. So I don't want to sit here and be that guy who's like, I'll pay you an exposure. I'll pay you $2 for hours and hours of work. Like, no, if you're an artist, you deserve to be paid for your work. You deserve to be paid for good work, just the same way as an author deserves to be paid for their books. Not that we're going to get mad about the concept of books being available in libraries, but they get paid for that copy of the book too. And they get paid in the advertisement and everything like that. The concept is that, art should be paid for. It should have value. It does have value. And so that's one of the big things for me is I don't want to be sitting here, whoops, that was a poor choice. It was a reflex there. And so I don't want to be sitting here trying to stiff an artist over things. And so for me, that's where AI art comes in. It's not because I think it's just as good. It's because I recognize that it's complete and utter slop, and that's what I can afford. That's what I can pay for, right? Like, that's what I can handle. I can pay for the free stuff that is AI art. I can afford that. And that's why I also made a point of never hiding the fact that, yes, I'm making AI art. Yes, it looks stupid. It's complete garbage. And I think there has to be room for that to be okay. Because another thing about it is I don't think AI art inherently, just by existing, cheapens art. I think it's the way it's used and when it's presented as true original art, non-transformative art. I think that's when things become an issue. I don't think AI art is inherently bad, because let's think like where I started to go with the, let's suppose I am just using Adobe Photoshop, right? I'm using Photoshop to try and produce something that can meet my needs. And so let's say I use it to let's say I'm going to use that that Adobe, which has AI tools in it, to do a cutout of the image that I do, rather than just the crappy version of my picture that I do, which is the full rectangular picture, sometimes cropped a little bit, but largely just the full rectangular picture, just resized of me making a face. Suppose I start, suppose I start using AI art to isolate my image within that picture. Is that an appropriate use of AI art, or should I be taking the time to either hire a professional editor to do that for me, or, like, you know, learn to manually do it myself by tracing or something like that? You know, where's the cutoff is kind of the question that I think is worth asking. And I don't know the answer to this. I'm not protesting that I was necessarily on the right side of this. Like I say, other people who are more invested in the issue have, you know, let me know their concerns, and I'm willing to say, okay, like, I hear that concern, I can work with it, because I've got no skin in this game, largely. I'm unconcerned with kind of what the final answer is here. I was using one tool available to me. And so, but that's the question, right? Because it harkens back to the concept of, you know, I think it relates to a lot of other more complex issues that are at least worth investigating. Whether we decide it's good or bad is, you know, the result of that discussion. That's why we have the discussion, so we can decide what's good, what's bad, what are we, and as a final result, okay with, and what are we, you know, what are our limits? What do we want to say about all this kind of stuff? Because there are further issues with it. Like, it harkens to the concept of, should we refrain from using an electric screwdriver because it ruins the legitimacy of a hand screwdriver and the value of, you know, elbow grease as part of our home improvement projects, right? Like, I feel like most people would recognize, like, no, it's a tool that, as long as it's used appropriately, as long as, like, if you're using electric drills, you don't, you know, profess that you're using only pioneer techniques, right? Like, it's about advertising and being clear on what you use. If you're using AI for a specific purpose and you're transparent about that, it's less of an issue. I don't know, Miles, gosh dang it, how many times have I done this? Oh, for crying out loud. Oh, jeez. Oh, Bob Saget. Does anyone remember that? What is it, Tourette's guy? Wildly inappropriate videos, still hilarious. Oh, Bob Saget! As he's being attacked by bees with his lawnmower. Great stuff. Great stuff. I don't know, maybe I'm showing my age with that one. Secret rooms. Go to the room requirement here. But yeah, so it's something to think about. Does the existence of cars delegitimize the value of going for a bike ride, right? Like, have cars made, okay, thanks, NVIDIA, I don't need your overlays. Why are you doing this now? Go away. I don't want to open the NVIDIA overlay. I want you to leave me alone. But yeah, these are matters that I think are valuable to think about, because I think it'd be easy for this debate always to, do I not have full wheel slots are full? Okay, yeah, we don't need it then. Don't worry about it. Right, like, any issue isn't always just as blanket black and white as we maybe would like it to be. It would be easier if everything had a clear yes and no. So I don't know. I'm not offended by people preferring that I don't use AI art. That's fine. If that's where we're going, then I'll just use the stock photos there, right? Like, I'll use stock photos, you know, under the Creative Commons concept, to throw it out there for other people to kind of emphasize my take on these things too. I don't have an issue with anyone using my stuff, you know, in sort of a Creative Commons transformative manner. I don't consider that a problem, right? Like, my videos, I didn't know that it was an option that I had to manually choose, so it took me some time to get there, but it was never an intentional choice. And so I've started doing it now, where all of my videos are are posted under standard Creative Commons licensing, not the YouTube licensing, because I want people to be able to take my stuff. If you want to make changes to it, if you think that's amusing, then go for it, right? Like I think that's fine, because the concept of Creative Commons is that you are supposed to still accredit, you know, the creator of it. And so I guess with my thumbnails, I'll credit. Whoops, wrong one. I'll credit. What is it, like Portkey, whatever the artist team at Portkey Games or whatever, you know, I'll credit them. They made that front image. I think everyone knows what the sort of stock main image is of this game. You know, that's where I got it. No secrets about it. And anyone who wants to use my stuff transformatively for whatever their purposes are, I don't really care. I'm doing this free and for fun and for people to enjoy. So I don't know, this is a long-winded diatribe, which, you know, anyone who watches my videos is going to be like, yeah, what else is new? That's what he does. Can we, there we go. Thank you. You know, it's like, it's yeah, like I say, what else is new? I do that all the time. But I think the reason I want to do it is because I do actually think, like, I'm not, like I say, I'm not offended or upset that someone had a problem with that. I'm not upset or offended by the fact that sometimes people have problems with me. You're not going to please everyone. There are a lot of white supremacists who probably have a lot of problems with me because I think that they're bad people and wrong-minded, and I'll be pretty open about that. So, like, you know, you're never going to please everyone, and that's okay. The trick is to try and find common grounds and to keep an open mind, to listen to other ideas, other perspectives about things, because, you know, while I would argue that listening to white supremacist ideals are unlikely to change my take on that, because I think they're wrong-headed no matter how you look at it. There are other situations in which I'm the one who's wrong-headed, who's got an off-base, off-kilter, mistaken, uninformed, however you want to phrase it, take on things. That's fine. I'm not offended by that. We have to have room to grow both in ourselves and in each other, right? We have to provide that for us to go. So if someone's going to inform me, hey, you know, you shouldn't do this, like, okay, I'll listen. I'm not perfect. I will never be perfect, because the concept of, not only is it impossible for a single person to be perfect, but the concept of perfect changes. There was a time when the perfect American man was, you know, a God-fearing Christian individual who kept his wife in line and his children obedient, you know, and it's like that, obviously, that perspective of perfect has changed, rightfully so, incredibly rightfully so. But yeah, I don't know. I could have easily just changed my thumbnail and people would have been like, oh, nice, a new thumbnail. That's fresh. That's fun. Especially in a series like this, because I've been doing the same one for so long, right? So it's like I could have easily done that and it would have been fine. But I do think that there is value to the conversation at large about AI art. You know, what are we comfortable with? What do we want to see? This is just like the break 'em up ones. Where are the other break 'em ups? Nowhere to be seen. Down here, maybe. Aha! There you guys are. Come here. So, but yeah, I just figured, like, okay, yeah, we've got an opportunity here. Let's have the conversation about it, because I think it's a good one. And like I say, I don't have the right answers. I have my thoughts on it. I have some ways in which, like, okay, yeah, I'm willing to learn and understand. There are some aspects of it that I think, like, you know, I think an extreme blanket statement of no AI art is a little off base, a little wrong-headed, a little, I don't even necessarily think wrong-headed. I think the intentions behind it are good. I think it just, it lacks the nuance that an issue as complicated as AI and AI art, you know, needs. I think complex issues require nuanced takes and ideas, and I think letting the pendulum swing too far in any direction is, well, you know, it's a dangerous thing. It's a bad thing. That's how we get ourselves stuck in echo chambers. It's how we get ourselves stuck in, you know, old ideals or bad ideas that keep us stagnant, that stop us from growing and understanding and learning new things. So I think it's good to have these conversations exactly for those reasons, so that way we can kind of come to understand, you know, where the nuance will lead us, where the better thoughts and ideas lie for these things. So I don't know, take it for what you will. At the end of the day, I guess I would say this to people too. If you use AI art and want to do it, just be transparent about how you're using it and why you're using it. Don't market it as conventional art. Don't try to, and don't try. I think one of the big issues too is don't go to spaces that are intended for more traditional artist techniques, right? Like don't go into a place where people are hand drawing, hand painting, working digital art, whatever medium we want to be. Make sure that the space where you're sharing your art, oh, the light's freaking out on us here. Make sure that the space that you're going to share your AI art is one that is built for AI art. It'll help make sure that, you know, proper artists, conventional artists have their spaces where they can advertise. It'll help make sure that they don't feel like their art is being cheapened by, you know, the AI stuff that comes out. And the other thing about it too is it gives consumers, the people who are going to these places looking for different types of art, right? It gives them a better chance to understand what it is that they're getting and what they're looking for. Because one of the issues with AI art that I actually think is a much more concerning one and a much more legitimate one is the mischaracterization of AI art, namely the tendency a lot of people, a lot of resources, a lot of outlets have of not making it clear that what they're producing is AI. I think that is a problem, because not even necessarily because of like, oh, we should be advertising regular artists. While that's true, I think the bigger concern is that for people who are less discerning, they might not understand. Hi, Kitty. This is a rough time for you to come up and be really needing attention here, honey. We're in the middle of combat. I know. Hi, honey. Here, I will give you a few little scritches and just like try to do the hot key things. Kitty, 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 kitty. Oh my gosh, I can't see anything. What's happening, Kitty? Oh my god. Kitty, no, Kitty, you're on my lap now. Just stay on my lap and be cozy. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Ah! I got them all already. But yeah, like one of the issues with AI art that I think is legitimate is the mischaracterization, like the intentional not informing people when something is AI. That for the people who are less discerning, people who don't know how to tell the difference, people who are just more ignorant of the Kitty, the microphone. You're getting disruptive to this point. I'm trying to be understanding of why you're needy and everything, but you're getting oppressive with it, Cuddy. But yeah, so you have like mischaracterizations, like the fact that what was there was one recently. Oh yeah, it was like a recent issue that I was made aware of. It's not anything I ever cared about. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really even realize that the movie was like out. But the remake of the remake of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, it's using AI for the dwarves and everything like that. For me, like using AI dwarves versus using actors, as far as an ethical issue goes, give or take, it's fine. Whatever, people, you know, are going to have their different takes. I'd prefer to see real actors exactly the same way, but they're advertising. They're not trying to disguise the fact that it's all AI, right? Like it is what it is, and so that's, you know, it's okay, fine. That was the decision they made. I don't care for it. They are free to make that decision. Disney can. It's fine. But the one of the other issues is there was like a image floating around that was getting people all riled up. They were like, this remake is terrible. They replaced what was it? It was like the bluebird with a like a raven or a crow or something like that. And everyone was getting up in arms about that. But that was an AI edited image that someone made just for a goof and a gaff. And it's fine for them to have made that as a goof and a gaff, but this is where the mischaracterization becomes a problem. Because people, like, it was well made enough and people didn't know how to tell that it was AI, and so they started getting up in arms about the issue. I think that highlights the larger issue at hand of how AI can be misused, because if you're going to mislead people, that's bad. That's bad, and it's dangerous when we think about it being used in, you know, matters of politics, matters of justice, right? That can be a real big problem. So for those reasons, I agree that we have to be attentive and careful about AI and how it's used and how it's advertised and sold and all that kind of stuff. Where are the other? See one of them. Where are the others? Oh, there's one way. Oh my gosh, way over there. They put these in such impossible places. Okay, let's get ourselves over here. We're gonna have to fight more guys to be able to handle this one. Yeah. All right, guys, come on, let's do this. So for those reasons, I think it is a serious issue, and that's one of the reasons why I'm willing to say, like, okay, I understand. I see where people are having problems with AI, so I'll step away from it. I will let them do that. I will likely still continue to use AI art the way I do for creating. So, like, I use it a lot to make scenic images for my D&D group, especially, like, namely, we're presently playing an apocalyptic game, so I'll take real images of real places and then use AI art to filter and make an apocalypse thing. And the reason I do that is because they might travel to 7 different places in one session. Even if I wanted to, you know, again, time and finances become an issue in that situation, because, like, I don't have the time or the knowledge to be able to get that one, and then we want to get this one. Are we close enough? Or are we too far? Oh, shoot, too far away. Wait, did we get it? Oh, I think we got it. Wait, no, we didn't. Gosh, dang it. Dang it. All right, 1, 2. Where's that other one? Where's that other one? Wait, get it. Is there another one around here? No, there we go. We got it. I was just too slow on that other one. Yeah, so it's like I'll still use it for those reasons, but, like, I'm not even sending those out to other people. I just give those to my players so they can have some fun scenic things, because we play online, so we can't, like, be there, play face to face. I can't do hand-drawn maps and stuff like that, like I'd prefer to do. It all is just what it is. And so, moral of the story here is, hold on, what did I just do? Was that not the one that we were? Oh, I see. There's another one that goes way down. Oh, the map was weird about it. I think that's what was going on with it. Watch. We're gonna have to teleport all the way up there the next time. So, but yeah. So I don't know. I guess the moral of the story is I'll stop using AI art. People, you know, some people have expressed concerns with it. So I'm fine with that. I'm willing to learn and all that kind of stuff. And that's the issue there. And so I just would encourage people to think about that. So it is time for me to say thank you so much for joining me. I do love and appreciate all of you, even those of you who are critical of what I do and challenge what I do. In fact, sometimes I appreciate that more. It's how I grow as an individual, as a creator, however you want to look at it. It's how I get better in life. It's how we all get better. So I appreciate the challenges that people give to me. Parting words of wisdom. I guess just building off of that, with the whole rant, the whole diatribe I've been going on about here, be discerning, listen to concerns, understand nuances, and whether you're the one presenting the concerns or being presented with the concerns, be open to having your opinion, your thoughts, your ways about you changed, right? Be willing to recognize that these things will change over time, and be willing to make the adjustments yourself. I think we would all be better off for that, and I think we'll find all of our own selves growing and understanding more things if we were to, you know, have more of that attitude about ourselves as we go about these things. So that's what I would say, like, not just about AI, but everything, you know, be discerning, be nuanced, recognize that there's a lot of truth and a lot of reality somewhere between the extremes. Just think about those things. So I don't know. There you go. That's what I got for you. Okay, love you. Bye.